Hello, Rohit. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. So now we are going to start next topic and try to complete today's your course. Okay, your Java full stack. Okay, so now I'm going to start microservices. Microservices. What is the meaning of microservices? Actually, we can write it as micro plus services. Okay, micro means micro meaning, I think I can easily understand, and services means this is a combination of multiple services. Okay, this is architecture style, and the all services work together. Okay, we can interact with each other, but they will execute individually. They will not interfere interrupted to another service. Okay, they will be execute independently. They will not depend on any other backup service. They work with individually, but they work together also. If they have need any of any other service, they can execute it. Like suppose here actually microservice means we are creating multiple services of a small service. Like suppose here we have a website. Suppose we want to purchase anything in Amazon. Okay, suppose this is Amazon. Okay, so first of all, we will use a login, sign in. So click on sign in means this is the first uh, first microservice. And here we can declare any email address or mobile number. After that, click on continue. Then it will call another microservice. Okay, same as here. It's showing there are multiple items. If you want to search any item, so we can search here, like suppose Samsung mobile. Okay. If you want to purchase anything, so this is the first service that is a responsibility to show the item of this Samsung mobile. Okay. After that, we can choose any item. So it will show the required information through the another service. If you want to add this mobile in the cart, so if you click on add to carts, it means we want to execute another service. Okay, here. After that, suppose you want to purchase this item, proceed to checkout. So if you click on this button, then it means we are executing any another service. Okay, so that is a combination of multiple service. You click on this, then we have need to log it here, and we can specify the address, payment. There are multiple services. Okay, so you can say microservice is a combination of services, and one service called another service. Okay, but they work individually. They execute individually. They work individually. But if they have requirement, they have need, then they can call another microservice. Okay. For example, you can see here, this is your suppose here there are multiple software, there are multiple project. If you want to, I want to say you, please execute any project. So you can easily execute any project. But here you can see this wave SB wave 8 have error. So no problem. We want to execute this Suppose I want to execute first. It's very simple. We can execute this. Very easy way. We can execute this. Okay, but you can see here, one project have error, but we can execute any other service, any other project, no problem, because they are individual. They are not depend on any other sort project. Okay, it's working. But here, if you want to execute last project, it's not possible because it have error. Okay, so one project have error, so we can't execute this project, but we can execute other project because they are individual. They are not depend on each other. Okay, so and the second thing means this is, you can say this is a macro services. These all are microservices. Each microservice are individual. They are not depend on any other microservice. If any microservice have any problem, so they will not affect to another microservice. That will not affect to another vessel. All services, the rest of all will execute. No problem. Okay, that is the concept of microservices. That is the miracle of microservices. And here, you can see this. Here, there is a web 1, web 2, web 3. If you want to interact with each other, it is not possible because they are individual. They are individual project, a complete project. They cannot interact with each other. But in microservice, all project can interact with each other. No problem. Duplicacy is a very small thing in microservices because there are we we will create the project for a single task. We will create a single project, and each project which interact with each other. And they are individual. Like here, they are all are individual. They are execute individual. No problem. They have not any issue. Okay. So that is a macroservice. Macroservice, all project work together. They can also interact with each other. Here, we cannot interact with each other. Okay, because they are different projects. But in macroservice, all projects will interact with each other. They execute on different port numbers. Suppose this is first is executing on the 8081. Second is executing on 8082. Say, third is executing 8083. Same as all project will execute on different project, different port number. So in macroservice, we can execute multiple macro matches on different port number at a time. They work individually, but they can interact with each other. That is the miracle of macroservice. So if you want to create a macro service, it's very simple. Like this, suppose this is a microservice. So my first coefficient is here. This is first project name is SB Web 1, SB in capital. But if you want to create a macro service, the name should be must be in a small letter. Like here you can see this is a project. First service two. Okay. So the name should be a small letter. Second thing here we can declare like controller is a controller. Okay. So in controller we use RESTful web service. Last is just program, last program. We use RESTful web service. Okay. Here you can see this. So actually, if here, these are the example here, you can say this. These are called uh, monolithic project. Okay, this is monolithic architecture. Here you can see this is at there is a imply class. So if a imply class have any problem, so we can't execute this software. Okay, there is a problem with monolithic. Okay, but here all projects are individual. Okay, so if any problem, any project have any error, so no problem. We can execute rest of our project because this is a you can say this is Microsoft is a combination of multiple projects. So you can say here, first of all, if you want to create a macroservice, the name should be in small letter like the first service. Okay, and REST controller must be used REST controller at the place of controller. We use REST controller. Okay, after that here, main thing is okay, the important thing. These are the options. As per our requirement, you can same as here. We can declare the request mapping and another thing. No problem. Okay, same as last program. No problem. But we will create only single one or two API, not more than two or three APIs. Okay, after that, open your application properties. Here, specify the port number Spring. Okay, here you must be specify the Spring application.name is equal to must be declare the name of your application in application properties. Okay, and must be declare the server. Suppose there are multiple macro services. So we can register these macro services on Eureka server and they will work together. For this purpose, here I have declared this is the Eureka server. First of all, we are going to create a Eureka server. You can see this here. There is a Eureka server. This is Eureka server. It has only the okay, that is the only we are adding enable Eureka server. Annotation use according. Okay, and here we have not need to each very multiple different declaration. Okay, no problem. Only add in the dependency of Eureka server in form.xml. Here you can see this. First of all, create a server, enable Eureka server must be declared, and here in form.xml we use multiple Eureka server like here. Here you can see dependency. This is the first dependency must be add actuator. Actuator manage your web application. So please add this dependency in your form.xml. Second, this is the config server. Config server. Suppose we want to have interact any other macro. Suppose there are multiple macroservices, they will execute on different port number. So how to manage it? For this configuration, we use config server. After that, here you can see this. There will be another microservice sorry, Eureka server dependency. That is a Netflix Eureka server. Okay, this is actually Eureka server providers Netflix. So please add Netflix Eureka server dependency in your pop.xml. And here, dev tools you want to perform like DevOps, like GitHub. You can perform each and everything. So please add the dev tools. Okay. And this is by default testing dependency. After that, open your application.property. Here, but the default port number of Eureka server is 8761, and here declare the your Eureka server name, like your it is a spring.application.name is equal to Eureka server. Okay, and here Eureka.client.fetch registry false and Eureka.client.register with Eureka, both are false. Okay, so why these are the false? So first of all, I'm going to execute this. This port number is 8761. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this. Eureka server is started. Okay, so it's very simple. Only click the Spring Boot application. After that, add here main in enable Eureka server, and in form.xml add the dependency of Eureka server, and you can also add the configure server and activator and dev tools. You can also add the dependency in form.xml, and must be added another dependency, that is a dependency management. Please must be add this dependency in your form.xml. Without this dependency, you can't execute your macro service. So please add this macro service dependency. Okay. After that, open your this. Okay, it's working. And here must be declare your port number. By default port number is 8761, and your Eureka server name is Eureka server, and this is client fetch registry is false. Eureka client registry is Eureka false. So I'm going to check it. It's working or not. For this purpose, please open your browser here, and for here. Suppose I'm going to use localhost, localhost, and port number is 8761. Okay, and press enter. You can see this. See Eureka server. Spring Eureka. Start. Current time period. Time. It shows the all information about this. DS replica localhost. Okay, there is no one registered, Microservices registered. Okay, but suppose here I have another microservice, first microservice. So for this purpose, I have a first microservice. Okay, I'm going to execute this. So if you want to create a microservice, so first of all, add Eureka server client. Okay, this is the only for Swagger. It's not necessary if you want to create a microservice. This is for Swagger. If you want to use Swagger, Swagger is it for documentation. So we can use it. Otherwise, we have not need to enable Swagger. Okay. After that, it is a docket. It return the docket, but it's for Swagger. It's not for your macro service. Okay. So open your controller. Here you can see this REST controller, REST API, REST mapping. Here, auto REST template temp, and we have not need of currently we have not need of this. We have need of this. Okay. After that, Only you can create a controller and specify API like this. And the main thing is form protocol. So please add a Netflix client here. Split starter Netflix Eureka client. You have to add this dependency in form protocol. Okay. After that here, there is a wave. Okay. You can also add the dependency of their tools. Okay. And in your application.properties, must be declared that your port number, which the port number you want to use, and application name. Here you can specify this, and Eureka server here must be declared because we want to connect this microservice with this Eureka server. So must be declared here URL of your Eureka server because we are going to execute this service on my Eureka server. Okay, I'm going to change the port number like 8081. Okay, because 8080 is already using by Oracle. Now I'm going to execute this. Okay. Now we want to uh, show this. So please open your Eureka server and refresh it. You can see this first service. Okay. So if you want to, here you can see this we have already declared false application.properties. In Eureka server, we have declared it as a false. Actually, this is also this Eureka server is also a Spring Boot application. So it will not register with Eureka server. Okay, so for this purpose here, Eureka server registry with Eureka is false. So it will not work as a client. It is a server program. So here it will not work as a client. First have to clear here false. And if you want to serve, if you want to fetch the macro service, so this is also a Spring Boot application. So it should not work as a macro service. So here I am to clear false. Okay. Otherwise, here in registry, you can serve also show here because that is also a Spring Boot application. It's and macro service there. So it will show here. So for it will not show. So for this purpose, that place in application property, we declare the fetch and client server as false. Okay. Same as suppose we have a second macro service like second microservice. Sorry, second microservice. This is second microservice. Open this. Okay, I'm going to execute. Okay. And it is executing on 8084. The problem is there, password and invalid password. Here I'm using Oracle also. So for this here you can see that the list of executing all services. Okay. So if you want to click on any particular microservice, that will execute. This is second microservice. Now refresh your Jupyter server. Okay. You can see this is second service. So same as you can create your any microservice and you can connect with your server, your Jupyter server. Okay, register on your Jupyter server. Okay, now they are connected with you can all you can connect here, and they're also interact with each other. They are individual, but we want to perform any operation, interact with each other. It also possible. For this purpose, we have a class. Name is REST template. With the help of REST template, we can interact with each other. Here you can see this. There is a cloud concept class. Here, you see cloud config. You can specify any name, and here it return the object of REST template. Okay. So in controller class, you can see here. Suppose you want to call second microservice. Okay. So for this purpose, first of all, get the object of REST template. After that, here request mapping second, and here this is the URL of second microservice. Okay, and second microservice fetch the record from the database, and uh, this temp is a object of REST template. Temp that get for object is here you can specify the URL and return the object. It will return the list object. Okay, so through this method we can call the another microservice with the help of REST template. Okay, so one project can interact with another project with the help of REST template. Through this template, we can connect with another, we can call another microservice. Okay, same as suppose we want to, suppose here Eureka server is executing a 8761 and first microservice is executing on 8081, second service is executing on 8082. So it is very tough to remember that how which some microservice is executing on which port number. For this purpose, we have a gateway, a solution of this gateway. Okay, in gateway, we can specify this is the gateway, enable discovery client, and here we will use only the properties file. You can specify, suppose here 1111. So we will use this port number for all microservices. We are not going to need to remember the port number of all microservices. At the place of this, we use only single port number 111. You can specify any port number. And that port number will use for all microservices. That is the use of gateway. Okay, for the gateway, add the dependency of gateway. You can see here, started gateway. Okay, so once we add the uh, dependency of gateway, and here in YML, we can declare the all dependencies, all macro services. Okay, so suppose here I have declared 10 macro services. So all 10 macro services for all time macro services, we can use port number 111 at the place of 8083 at the place of 8083. That is the use of gateway. Same thing. Suppose we have multiple macro services like microservice 1, microservice 2. Okay, there are multiple microservices, like suppose, okay, macroservice 1, macroservice 2, macroservice 4. Macroservice calling the macroservice 2, macroservice 3 is calling macroservice 3, macroservice 3 is calling macroservice 4. But suppose, we get the output. But suppose any macroservice is not working properly. So how to trace it? For this purpose, we have the option sleuth and Jenkins server. With the help of Flutes and Jenkins server, we can trace the all which service not working properly. We can trace with the help of this Flutes and Jenkins server. And suppose a macro service not working, and we want to execute any other macro service at the place of that. So for this purpose, we use circuit breaker. With the help of circuit breaker, we can execute any other service. Suppose a service not working, so at the place of that service, we can execute any other macro service. Okay, so these are the multiple concepts of macro services. So I will share you all project. Please check it and try to execute. We have limited time, so I can't create the because these are very heavy concept. So I have already these projects, so I can share you on the project. Please check it. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can share it. Okay. Hello, because there are multiple projects, multiple concepts. So I'm going to share this. I've shared this. Thanks. Thanks, Rohit. Today is the last session. I have completed all topics. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can share on WhatsApp. Okay, I will try to explain
Thank
you
you.
each
So
and
we
everything.
finished all courses, right?
Sorry?
So we finished all courses
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So from that one, I contact to the group schools.
Sorry?
So for the certificate, I should contact you or group schools for certification.
Please write your query on your in WhatsApp or any on the chat box, please. I can't understand what I'm saying, what you want to say. Please, please, Rohit, for certification. Oh, you can contact. Should I contact you? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Thank you, man. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, thank you. Nice to meet you. Good luck. Bye. Bye. You too.